Dave, thank you. Want to talk about another fire here, this one in Placer County, prompting voluntary evacuations this afternoon. Crews quickly contained the fire in the area of Creekside Lane and Cata Vadera. That is southeast of Lincoln. Tonight, we do not know what sparked that fire.
Tonight, candles and flowers line a walkway in the Santa Barbara Harbor, a growing memorial for the victims of a dive boat disaster off the coast of Ventura County. The search for survivors has been suspended.
Now, that boat caught fire and sank near Santa Cruz Island yesterday morning. Here's the latest on what we know this hour. 34 people presumed dead. 20 victims have been recovered, 9 men, 11 women. Divers have seen between 4 and 6 other bodies in the sunken wreckage, but it must be stabilized before they could recover them.
Now, 5 crew members escaped and were rescued. They have submitted written statements to authorities.
Tonight, we've learned this tragedy is hitting close to home. CBS 13's Anna Giles is live in Stockton with a man who lost 5 family members. Anna?
Yeah, we're in the neighborhood where this family lived. People here are just heartbroken. A mother, a father, 3 sisters lost their lives, and neighbors are showing their support. They're putting these white ribbons up on the trees to honor the lives lost.
You know deep down that it's true that, you know, they've passed on and they were in that boat and they're not going to be found.
It's hard for Dominic Selga to believe some of the most important people in his life are gone. Selga's mother and 3 stepsisters had gone with his stepdad to celebrate his birthday, a day none of them lived to see.
What were they thinking? What happened? Why did it happen? What did they wake up to? Were they awake? You know, did they even wake up?
The boat they were on, the Conception, caught fire around 3 a.m. as more than 24 people slept on the lower deck. At first, Selga held on to hope his family was on a different boat.
And I was so praying and hoping for it to be the vision. Not like I want somebody else to have suffered, but that it wasn't them.
Selga says his family has been on the Conception before this tragedy. He had taken the trip with them. His stepfather loved diving. It was his longtime passion he made time for every year, and his wife, Fernisa, joined them.
Diving is something they just shared. You know, it's just something that made them happy together. One thing, one of the many, but something that made them happy together.
Selga says his stepsisters loved diving and spending time together.
Evan, she's the oldest, like I said, and she loved to dive with her dad too. Nicole, she was amazing. You know, good-hearted. Angela, she was a teacher. Amazing person, too, affected so many kids' lives.
Selga has so many questions, but must also find answers for his 2 young children who keep asking about their grandparents. Yeah, this family was very involved in the local community. Several of them worked at area hospitals. One of them was a teacher, and Selga, who we interviewed today, had some very good advice for other families. He said, always cherish those special moments.
Yeah, you can't say that enough. Honestly, it's so horrific. And the fact that he spoke to you today, wow, our hearts go out to him and his family. Thank you, Anna. And in Santa Cruz, word is spreading that 2 students and at least 2 parents were on board the Conception. Pacific Collegiate Public Charter School brought in grief counselors for the students. The school issued a statement saying our hearts and thoughts are with the families of the victims. The co-owner of a Santa Cruz dive shop was the one who chartered the boat.
Now, more on the investigation. Authorities say there was fire equipment in the engine room and extinguishers all around that boat. They think the equipment was inspected last month. Investigators said the stairwell and door leading from below deck were blocked by the fire. That's why people were trapped and couldn't get out. There were no locked doors on the vessel. The captain was rescued. The only crew member who did not survive was sleeping. Explosions reported on board most likely came from propane or scuba tanks after the fire started. The cause of that fire is still not known tonight. And the Ventura County Sheriff's Office